Hi everyone, welcome to How Ines Rolls. Tonight I am making a Halloween inspired dinner. So I'll show you that we'll be having some mummy bread, and for dessert I'm going to be making some mud sodas. Doesn't that sound delicious? I need to get started. First part I'm going to do is just slice up some onions and bell peppers. I will save you from me cutting this up and crying on screen, but I'm just doing them bite-sized. I'm going to put them in this pan, and if you've been watching me for a little while, look, my handle is back. So I always had it, I just never put it on. Okay, so now I have that ready, and kind of what this recipe is going to be like is a little bit like a meatball sandwich. So it's gonna be open faced and it's gonna be mummy. So the fun part about Halloween is that you get to be creative, and it's not like you're inventing the wheel, but you're just putting in a little bit of more effort. And so I'm just gonna get this going, and while I'm going, getting this into the pan, I'm gonna show you some other Halloween inspired snacks, after school snacks that I'm getting my boys ready for today. So I have some marshmallows back here, some microwavable popcorn. They're pretty easy. And so if you have a little get together, you're having some friends over, you have your little kiddos you want to give a little Halloween spirited treat to, easy peasy stuff. So I'm going to show you right now. First I'm going to make some monster hands. These little lunch lady gloves, or whatever you want to call them, disposable, I'm sure that's what they call them, are found at the Dollar Tree, and I just buy a pack, $1, and I use them in my classroom too. So it's going to be one of the crafts that the kids in my class will be making on our Halloween party days. So you just use some candy corn, and you put them in the fingers. They're supposed to be the fingernails. And then you're gonna fill it up with popcorn. Easy peasy. Now, a little fun fact is when I was a kid, I could not stand candy corn. And then after pregnancy, I like it. I mean, I really like it. So I love the flavored ones. Let me know in the comments if you are pro candy corn or against candy corn, because they got some good flavors out there now. So I like getting kettle corn to put in there. Like I said, I use it in my classroom, so I have like 3 boxes. At Winco, they were $1 each. So I have to make sure I have enough, but I'm pretty sure we will. So this will work. I'm just gonna put these in. Easy peasy. Look how cute they turned out. I always like this one because it's super easy, and actually the kids can do it. You have a little spider ring, you can just put one on there. So cute. Okay, so if you're keeping track and you're not sure, and you're buying popcorn and you're like, how many can you make? Per bag, 2 hands. So just trying to keep that in mind to be helpful. The next one I'm making is monster mouths. So just some apples. We're just gonna cut them into slices, and I'll show you what I'm doing. So we're just gonna cut out the core. I always cut mine on an angle, just so much easier. And I'm just gonna kind of make probably 3, depending on how big the apples are. And I'm only gonna be using 2 at a time. So the goal is to fill that with peanut butter. So I've taken 2 already. I've added a little bit of peanut butter. So I'm gonna kind of let the peanut butter help kind of glue them together. And then using some marshmallows. These are gonna be the fun teeth. My kids love these, and they are so good. So isn't that funny? Monster mouths. Look at how cute these turned out. So you're gonna probably wanna have more reddish apples, because these ones look more like lips, and these ones look more like chapped lips. I had gala apples, but red delicious ones would be perfect for this. So those will go on the table as well. So this next one is kind of a variation of that Snicker apple like yummy pie that I see floating around on Pinterest. So all I've done is cut up some apples, and I'm just gonna put them in some mason jars. I have just a few kids to get a snack to. And this morning I was making some candy pancakes. So every time we have Halloween, we went to a trunk or treat, and I take a lot of the kids' chocolates and I separate them into, you know, all the Snickers go in one pile type thing, and then I chop them up and I add them to pancakes. It's so easy. And so that's what I was doing this morning because we went to a trunk or treat and we had a big bowl of candy. So I just wanted to make sure we had some of our candy pancakes and the candies put away, or Mama starts to eat them. So here I have just some apples. And anyways, doing the candy pancakes, I had leftover Snickers. So I had some sliced up. So I'm just going to put some in there. And then I'm just going to put yogurt. So that'll be a nice, nice little snack, nice little treat in the yogurt. And it's so easy. So this is mostly it. So the after school snacks are ready. Looks like Ezzy's enjoying his snack. How do you like it? Is that good? It's got apples and it's got candy in it. And do you think your brothers will like the monster mouths and the monster hands? All right. So it's the perk of being homeschooled, huh? Is you get to have snack first. Didn't those turn out so cute? So now I'm just getting this going, little searing, just a little soften, just a little salt and pepper. And then I'm just going to put them in a bowl, a little glass bowl on the side, because the original recipe, which will be at the end of the video, suggests putting it on top of the meat, and you'll see when I put it together. But a lot of people in our family don't care for having these kinds of veggies, so I'm just going to put them on the side and serve them to whoever would like it, and I'll just put it on top. Easy peasy. Now these are all softened. They're good to go. And I'm just going to put them in this bowl and then cover them up and put them aside. It's about 2 o'clock, so we have a little while for dinner. So I'm just going to get going on the next part. Even though we're not huge fans, not all of us, of the onions and the bell peppers, still using the pan. Now we're going to get the good flavor. So as this browns, I am just going to break it apart. I know what you're thinking. The meat masher, right? Me too, every time I do it. Okay, so I also have this Italian dressing. So we're gonna put about a 1/4 cup into here, and after it's come to a complete cook, and just kind of leave it, let it sit in that yumminess. It'll be so good. So my meat is nearly done. So I'm just gonna add in now the 1/4 cup. And I might even add a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Doesn't that sound good? Just some grated Parmesan. I have like a ton of these packets. I also needed to add a little bit of salt and pepper. So I'm gonna adjust the recipe a little bit. Well, I have the meat behind me cooling down because I don't want to work with it boiling hot. I am going to prep the bread. Now I bought French bread, but look for something kind of whiter, Italian bread. It'll work as well. So the recipe just calls for a little bit more of the Italian seasoning or the Italian dressing to kind of be brushed. But I know my family. So I'm just going to put a little bit of butter and just a little bit of the dressing. So if you love Italian dressing, by all means, go for it. I think it would be super good. Because I already have the dressing with the meat, I am going to put more butter on this part here. And I'm just going to give this a good little toast. Just putting it says to put in the broiler, but I think I'm going to change that to 375 because I don't want it to burn. My broilers are really good at doing that. So I'm just going to continue with this and then just brush a little bit of the Italian dressing on top of that and get it in the oven. So you can see I've already started putting some of the meat. I'm going to make this one here. I've also sliced up some provolone. Yum, yum. So I'm just going to put that on there and try to make this my mummy. So you can see where I would put the onions and bell peppers on top of this meat before I wrapped it. But I'll just put them on the side. So these are looking so good, and I'm so hungry already. Probably because I didn't eat lunch. But we eat dinner normally pretty early anyways. My husband gets home from work about 4:30. So we eat when he gets home. So I like to have everything ready about 4:15 or so. And then we just sit at the table and we're ready to go. And for Paul, a lot of the times that's his only meal. He won't even eat anything else in the evening. So I'm gonna let these kind of cool down a little bit. And then I'm gonna start putting the cheese. I just threw some cheese down, crissy-cross. Makes it look like mummy wraps. So I'm just gonna melt this down. It'll be almost time to eat. Look, they turned out really cute. And the little eyes, they can be olive slices, but I just used black beans because that's what I had. So you're probably wondering, what else are you having with this? I'll show you. Of course, we're gonna have some tater tots. We just finished our dinner. It's very good. And now I thought I'd make some mud sodas. So it's just equal parts root beer and chocolate milk, which I thought was a funny combination. So we'll try it. So I'm gonna just put in half a cup of milk and half a cup of soda, the diet, because that's just what we do. And then on top of, and then you're gonna stir it. Just a little stir. And then some ice cream. Doesn't that sound so good? And because it's Halloween, some little fun little drinks here, or some little straws. Ooh, that is really good. Yeah, that's gonna be delicious. Okay, so equal parts soda and chocolate milk and a little ice cream on top. So an easy dessert for the family. I'm so glad that you stopped by my channel. Remember that I'll have the video or the recipes at the end of the video if you're wanting these yummy treats and the yummy things we had for dinner. And I'm so glad that you're here. And if you're new, welcome. Thanks for stopping by and subscribing, and stick around. You just never know what I'll be rolling out next.